out with the...
How was that for you?
It was tough. I had like a 7-week build-up, which really isn't enough for a marathon. I had some injury problems in the summer, so I knew it was a risk that I could blow up, but I figured I'd go out in 67-ish and see if I could do that twice. And about 20 miles just started getting real tough, and was just in survival mode. But it was a great experience. I wish I would have run faster. I wish I would have had more time to prepare, but all things considered, it was a great race, and I'm glad I did it, even though I didn't really have enough time to prepare.
And there's some talk this may be it for you, or what? I don't know if that's the case. Or...
Yeah. It probably is my last marathon for sure. I might do Club Cross. I might do some other races in the fall, but for all intents and purposes, this will be my last major race.
How'd you come about that decision?
I think it's just time. You can get to the point where you can maybe squeeze out a few more years, or you can do a hard stop, and I think for me it suits my personality to do more of a hard stop. And so going into last season when I qualified in Frankfurt, I was kind of like, this is going to be the big thing that I look forward to end my career, and so yeah, that's how I'm going to approach it.
When you look back at your career, what are the highlights?
You know, it's funny, I've had some really good races and really good seasons and really bad seasons, so I think my 2 marathon PBs, Chicago 2:11, Frankfurt 2:11, those were great experiences. I always liked running the Stanford 10K. It seems like time trial 10K was like my best event. I wish I would have done a little more shorter stuff, like early on, stuck with the 5K maybe, but I've been at it for a really long time, and I've been lucky. You know, I've had 2 great contracts, one with Reebok, one with Brooks, and I've been one of the lucky few to be in the sport for a long time, so no complaints.
You mentioned a hard stop. What would you do next?
So I started a job already. I finished the MBA program at the University of Michigan last spring, and working for an investment management company in Philadelphia. So I started that 6 weeks ago.
So will you live in Philadelphia moving forward? Or?
Yes. Yeah.
How long have you been in Philly, or back in Philly?
So I did this whole segment in Philly. Right. So trained in Valley Forge Park every day, and the company I worked for allowed me to work 30 hours a week while I was training for the marathon, so kind of a nice smooth transition.
So what's it like having a real job?
I don't know. I mean, I'm only in it, like I said, 5 or 6 weeks, but I didn't want to do half-ass the running and half-ass the job. I wanted to do like a hard stop so I could really, put all my energy into my career now. So that's what I'm going to do, and hopefully it works out.
And so were you training mostly by yourself? Was that different?
Yeah, there's a Libyan-American guy that ran in the Olympics, Mo Harezi. He was out in the area, and I ran with him a few times, and an old Villanova teammate, Brian Long, he biked with me. So I had some company, so it was nice, aside from the weather.
And so your contract with Brooks goes for the year? Is that why you do Club Cross, or you just want to do a few more races?
Yeah, it's in Lexington too, so it'd be nice to get back to Kentucky and do one more race. But yeah, so.
All right, well, congrats today and on the career, and it's been fun.